Many of you guys might recognize this building right behind me. We were just here a couple months ago. I'm gonna play a really quick clip on the calm before the storm.
This is nice.
And this is what it looks like right now. Jeez, looks like the river reclaimed this section. So this video is going to be super interesting, one you guys definitely don't want to miss. We're going to be covering a couple things. Everything from the devastation here at Lake Isabella. When we were out here last time, the water was at 6% capacity, where it's at now. And we're also going to head down to Tehachapi, a little town called Tehachapi, where my grandparents live, and just check it out. They've been getting snowed in like crazy, and just follow us along. We're going to go ahead and check out the Sierra Nevada mountain range right here, and pretty much what's been going on here in South Central California.
Hopefully we get some fishing in. Boots on ground, you guys love that. Let's go get some interviews. Let's check out this duck right here. See if there's any houses that got swept away. Yeah, let's go look around. We're happy to be out here. The weather's nice and cold. It's still sprinkling. The mountains have snow. The water's still raging. Let's go take a closer look. That park was underwater, so it definitely went down.
We were just staying there a few months ago, and we walked right over the road to show you guys what this river was looking like. This is the one that runs into Lake Isabella, and it is raging. Nothing even near what it was last time we were here. Look at all the trees over there. They all got pushed over and beat up.
That's Franny's campground over there. That whole area across right there used to be built up with some structures, camping areas and everything, and you can see the water just wiped all that out. The water came all the way up here too. They got lucky. You can see the line right here of debris. It almost went over the hump to get these houses.
They must have been nervous, because yeah, it got close. Those benches were completely underwater. Caught a ton of debris on them. This whole area was just all underwater. This right here is wild. It's weird that it fell this way when the water was going that way. Look at this thing. This building got messed up. Looks like the river reclaimed this section, exposed up all these rocks and everything, and just completely reclaimed area of bank, knocked down that tree. This river is still flowing. Look at that thing. If you accidentally fell in or something, there's no way you're getting out of that.
So we're out here showing the devastation of the river. We met Giovanni out here, who's from LA. He came out here. He's never seen it like this.
Never seen it like this. I've been coming here for the last 25 years, I think. I've never seen it be swollen. I would have loved to be here in person to see it all with all of this water, but I'm just happy that we're gonna have a lot of water for the summer, for fishing and having fun.
It's like a double-edged sword, because everybody's excited about the water, but you know, the homes along the edge that got wiped out and stuff, it's like a horrible thing for them, but everybody else is loving all the water coming to California. We came to Lake Isabella, and it was only at 6% about 4 months ago, and now it's almost full. Did you head over there?
I went around. I wanted to come all the way around, but I couldn't, because on that stretch coming this way, it's closed.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, it is. Oh. It just lets you go to the other side, which leads you to Lancaster and Palmdale. Yeah. So we had to go back around to the little town there and come back up. But it's beautiful, like you said about the housing and danger that it causes to people. But hopefully it wasn't that bad and that devastating, and we still have fun for the summer.
The lake's actually supposed to fill completely up this year. That's really cool.
That's lovely, because I came here last summer as well, and all the way around the town there was no water, and as I drove around today, it's all filled up. So that's very exciting. Yes. And the river itself, it's full of water. I'm loving it.
You gonna get some fishing in this year?
I will return. Today I'm just driving around seeing what the level of the water is, but definitely I'll be back for summer for fishing, for sure.
All right, well, check out our YouTube channel. It's called Sin City Outdoors.
I definitely will.
Nice to meet you.
Sin City Outdoors. I'll check that out.
Thank you.
So that was pretty neat talking to him. We want to come out here and we want to talk to people who visit here a lot, or people that live here. I'm gonna go check out a restaurant, get some food. Maybe we can interview a couple people in the restaurants.
And check out some of those homes over there that might have flooded.
Yeah, a lot of you guys like the interviews, just talking to random people. It's just, you know, there's nobody better to talk to than the people that actually live here and witnessed everything. So let's go take a look.
The last time we were on this bridge, this river was about half the size it is right now. Not only shallower, but not nearly as wide. This is nuts.
There was a lot of trailers right there that looks like they got rid of them.
Wonder if they washed away.
Got washed away.
Yeah, you can see an excavator over there or something, some sort of big machinery over there. You can kind of see all the sand that got washed up all over the edge. Some of those homes over there got flooded over pretty well. That's that blue house right there, blue and brown house that were on the pictures of when it was really flooding. Those things had water pretty high on them right there.
So where those two homes are, right there, on the left side of it, the water was coming straight across. It didn't even bother going around the bend anymore. It was just coming straight through this corner.
So a lot of the city's actually still good. They're not built super low. This is pretty much the one little corner that I'm aware of that got really hammered by the floods. They were super low, already kind of close to where this river was. So obviously when it raised up, they're the ones that got damaged the most. Man, hopefully this bridge is still good. Every time a big heavy vehicle comes, the whole thing starts shaking.
Pucker factor 2000.
That water hopefully didn't mess up the beams that go straight down. It's gonna end up collapsing.
Don't say that, because every time we mention something, it ends up happening.
So yeah.
If this bridge goes down, we're sorry.
Well, it looks like they might have even fixed a crack before, but I do not remember this. Seeing that is also known as I'm getting off this bridge ASAP. All right, we've been walking around a little while, just hopping off the bridge. So now we're gonna go find a restaurant to eat at, see if we can talk to a couple more people.
Let's go eat some pizza. Yeah, we've eaten here before. Pizza Barn, they got pretty good wings and everything. I'm so hungry I can eat a fart right now. Pizza Barnage. Oh shoot, we got an arcade. That salad is delicious. I normally like Popeye's chicken the best, but this competes with. Oh, that looks beautiful. Thank you. Oh my goodness, that pizza was delicious. One of the guys that works here, we're gonna ask him a little bit about the situation out here, see how it affected him and his family. Yeah, we're just out here talking to people, hoping to just get, you know, first person. What is it? First person point of views of the situation. And if you had anything to do with that pizza, that thing was delicious.
Good.
Heck yeah.
The food's good here.
Thank you guys.
It's really good.
So this is Ty.
Tyler Strange.
We were talking to him. He said that this flood that happened out here actually affected his family.
Yeah, my grandparents live over here in Kernville, and the water got pretty close to their house. And then one of the guys that I actually help coach the baseball team for the high school, he lives at Camp Kernville, got up to like his door, and he had to evacuate. Thankfully the river went down, never got up to his house, but it got pretty close.
Yeah, we saw a lot of those trailers are already gone. They moved them out pretty quick.
Yeah, they moved them out, and there's a lot of debris from the flood in the lake now. They closed the lake. It's unsafe for boaters and recreational use right now.
Oh wow. So we were out here fishing 4 months ago?
Yeah, probably 4 months ago.
About 4 months ago. And it was beautiful out here, and we come out here now and it's just like.
Where are you guys fishing at? The lake or the river?
Both.
Okay.
Yeah,
we fish both.
The water was way lower though.
Lower. It was crazy. It went up because I fish this lake a lot, and it went up from, you know where Paradise Cove is?
Yeah.
Are you filming me, filming you?
Oh, are we? Perfect. Yeah. Different angles.
Yeah.
Right. All right, let's do this.
It went all the way up from there up to all the way to Browns Cove in a matter of half a day.
That spot was drier than a bone a few months ago.
It was all dried up. Now there's a bunch of water up there.
Yeah, it's
all
closed
the
off.
water's up to the parking spots now.
It pretty much ruined Franny's, right?
Took a lot of it out.
Yeah, we camped there too.
And then there's some pictures and videos of like fridges, picnic tables from the campsite, everything floating down the river. And there was some mudslides following the flood that they had to evacuate Wolford Heights for.
Yeah, so if any of you guys end up here, what's the name of this place?
Pizza Barn.
Here in Kernville, delicious food. Come and see Ty.
Yep, Tyler.
He'll be here to hook you up.
Yep.
All right, appreciate it.
Cool, thank you guys.
This is nuts. If you guys remember, this is where we went and launched our boat the days we were on the water, fishing and everything. They actually have a boat launch down here. Right now it's closed, so we can't go all the way. But this whole area right here doesn't look familiar at all compared to last time we were here. So we were actually launching right down there, and you'll remember all the trees that were sticking out all throughout this lake, and how it just turned to a little narrow river going up that way. Now look how far the water goes. This spot right here might also be completely unrecognizable. There's literally the dam that the water wasn't even touching last time we were here a couple months ago. If you guys remember, pretty much this whole section was almost completely dry. Man, this is becoming a massive lake again, and they're about 10 feet or so from being at full capacity. You can kind of catch a faint water line right there, and they're saying in about a week or so it's gonna be all the way to that line. This dock right here is gonna start being used again soon, huh?
Yeah. So that TikTok that I made when I was standing like way down there, and I made that TikTok. This is Lake Isabella, when we thought the world was ending and we were all gonna die from the drought. But after this storm and millions of dollars worth of damage, this is Lake Isabella today. Look at this. Almost completely topped off. First time in 30 something years. Crazy. Mother Nature came back and just said, Gah! Seriously, 3-4 months ago, people were worried about us not having water to drink, and just look. These mountains are snow-packed. Things are crazy. Life is crazy.
And if you guys aren't familiar with why snowpack is important, for all the surrounding mountains around here, they feed all the streams, the little creeks that feed into these lakes and into all the natural streams. Snowpack's very important because as that snow starts to melt, it'll melt and obviously feed them. So very, very important, and it looks like, you know, there's going to be a few good years, hopefully, of a nice, full, and healthy Lake Isabella. All right, so we're here below the dam now, where a lot of the water gets released at Granite Launch. Now, last time we were here, this creek was running, but it was pretty shallow. They weren't running it super fast. Now, for our first glimpse, it looks like it's getting bomb rushed right now.
The ladder seems shady, huh?
The ladder? Now look at how raging it is. So normally this water is not nearly this high, but they must be having to let a lot of it go just to make sure that the dam doesn't overfill sooner or later. It's a little bit wobbly, huh? I think it's safe to say you wouldn't want to fall in this water. So normally, obviously, this thing goes way farther down. They've got the water a lot higher than it normally is. Is this normal for like how?
No, that's a little bit higher than normal. Usually this is like puddled, clear water, just kind of slowly moving. So they're releasing a lot. Let's go see if we can see it by the dam.
It's pretty interesting. This is a kayaking spot, but obviously I don't think anybody's gonna be kayaking here anytime soon. So this is the main dam right here that holds back a majority of the water where the lake's the deepest. This is actually right here where they're letting out all the water. And you can see they're really letting a lot of it flow right now. To be honest, they have to, because if they're not going to let a lot of that water flow, it's already projected to be at full capacity in a week, and they have to let a lot of it keep flowing in order to keep it from going over the spillways, which they might let happen sooner or later. But I think that they're trying to prevent, you know, anything bad happening, you know, the water overflowing and flooding over everything. So they've really got to let a lot of it out at once to keep everything kind of in check. The recent storm literally knocked this whole tree over. Man, broke that bench. So this is the main dam right here where the water's the deepest. On the other sides where they were letting it out, you can see they're still doing some renovations on it. Last time we were here, they said they were fixing it up, and it looks like they're still working on it. Maybe some form of overflow or something would be my guess. One of the cool things about all the rain we've been getting out here in the desert, not only is it starting to fill up a few of these reservoirs that have been going dry, but man, the scenery is amazing right now. Everything's green. You know, normally here in Southern California and Southern Nevada, we got a lot of that like black lava rock, and it's super dark, like brown, kind of, you know, many would call it ugly desert. And it's come alive. It really has come alive. coming through here, all kinds of green grass and flowers and stuff. But when we were actually leaving Vegas on our way out here, Senior and I couldn't stop talking about how much just like grass and life is starting to grow because of the sheer amount of rain that we have gotten. It's been so much and it's been so non-stop that this grass and wild weeds and stuff, they're starting to grow real tall and real abundant. So the beautiful thing about rain, not only does it help us ensure that we got drinking water for the future and water for our activities or whatever we need it for, but it also just really helps out nature in general. That's the beauty about Mother Nature, right? It can be violent at times, it can be beautiful at times, from danger to love, peace, whatever you want to call it, I guess. The mountaintops are all covered in snow. You can see behind me, they're all covered in snow. Even in the higher elevations, they got a ton of snow. Flowers starting to bloom and grass growing everywhere. So I was thinking about it, it's just very wild that a lot of the low deserts that normally are very barren and dry even have beautiful lush grass and just plants and life growing in them now, just from a little bit of rain. Squirrel. Well, I guess we're not going to be passing through here. The whole road gave out. This road right here takes you all the way down to like a boat launch on a lake and a whole camping spot down there, but whole thing just got washed out. Must have flooded real bad. There's a little bit of water coming out right there. Well, that's pretty much it for Lake Isabella, the Kern River area, and this Kernville city right here. If you guys remember, Kernville right here is the one that got moved from under the lake. So now what we're gonna do, head over to Tehachapi, go check it out over there, and see what's going on. I heard that they're still getting snowed in pretty heavy over there. I got some grandparents down there, so we're gonna go visit, say what's up, and check it out. Well, we've made it to Tehachapi, California. This is my grandparents' house. As you can see, we plan on doing some fishing, but it's snowing. This California weather has been crazy out here. This whole entire area of California has been in a drought also, but this year's been nuts. We were talking to them and they said that they've had this weather for 6 weeks straight already. They can't seem to have any sunny days, you know, sunny and warm days. It's snowing right now and it's the middle of March. It's funny because we were literally down there in Lake Havasu, we were talking about it, man. You know, we just went from real sunny partying weather, getting sunburnt and stuff, to freezing cold, snowy weather here in Tehachapi, California. But out here in this community they live in, there's actually a pond down there that we were planning on fishing, but this morning it was super foggy. You can see it's literally snowing right now. And the weather hasn't jumped up warm at all, so that water's still probably in the 40 degrees, so it's freezing down there. And if you guys know anything about trying to catch fish, when the water's freezing cold, especially in a little tiny pond, well, you know, good luck catching something. A bass's metabolism slows down. They don't have to eat a lot, so they might eat once in a week, and you just got to be lucky to be there. So I mean, we might get lucky and we might not, but I don't think we're gonna head down there. We're gonna just get soaked down checking out the lakes. But it seems to be the trend all throughout California this winter, I guess you could call it. It's almost spring, I guess now, if not already spring, and it just seems to be the trend. This year has been nuts. We've been getting rain, and more rain. Out here, even in Tehachapi, California, they've been flooding like crazy. And so that lake right there was built. That one right there is supposed to be there. It's for fishing, it's for recreation, whatever. And then that one, it's a massive lake. You might barely be able to see it because of the snow and fog. But that one they nicknamed Surprise Lake because it's not supposed to be there. The whole other side of the road down there just completely flooded, and a bunch of people's farmland down here flooded over and stuff. But the scenery is absolutely beautiful. But man, it has continued to just snow and rain everywhere in California. But you know, some people's homes might have got damaged by this, which is unfortunate, but it's kind of part of the process. California has needed this rain. All of the West Coast has needed this rain pretty much, and looks like we've gotten it. And I think a lot of places in California have actually gotten so much rain that they're not in drought anymore. They came out officially and said, you know what, this section of California, this section are no longer in a drought, which is really good to hear. All these atmospheric rivers coming out of nowhere seem to be doing the job that, you know, they're intended to do, and they've been finally hitting the mark that they're supposed to hit. So Tehachapi, California, beautiful area. And we were coming out here to check it out because, like my grandparents said, man, they haven't had a clear day in 6 weeks. Just rain, and more snow. They literally got snowed in like 3-4 feet just like a week or two ago out here. But man, oh man, the scenery is gorgeous out here, especially when the sun is up. We could see here, even with the fog and snow, it still is gorgeous. Amazing views. You can't even see over there, but there's a whole mountain range that loops that you can't even see because of the snow. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. We enjoyed filming it for you guys, coming out, visiting some family, traveling around California, some of our OG stomping grounds where a lot of my family was born and raised. We had a blast. So we got a lot more content coming to you guys here soon. There's a lot more interesting stuff happening throughout the country. As you guys saw in the previous video, fishing's coming up. It's starting to warm up. Things are getting exciting. And Lake Mead stuff's looking good. So right now, life's good. I'm enjoying everything we're doing. I'm happy that you guys are here to watch and here for the journey. So we'll see. We're just going to roll with the wind and see where it takes us. Because as of right now, we're just traveling around. Going to see what story we can find next and see what we can get into that you guys are going to enjoy to watch. So I appreciate you guys for watching. I thank you guys for watching. And I'll see you outdoors.